Yo, what is up? What is going on, guys? Zach or Mortal Resistance here, and welcome back to another video. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Now today, doing something a little bit different here on the channel. Not too often do I tell real life stories or experiences that I've gone through in my life, because I'm only 17 and I really haven't lived most of my life. I got the majority of my life left, so I don't really have any like crazy party stories or anything really that wild to share with you guys, but I have had some pretty funny and some pretty out there moments in my 17 years on Earth, and today I'm going to share one of them with you guys. So this is the story of the first ever time that I got the cops called on me. Now, it wasn't just me in this situation. I was actually over at one of my friend's houses. This took place back in middle school, and it was one of my friend's birthdays, so we were over at his house. There were like 5 or 6 of us there. It was our whole group of friends just hanging out, and I would say it was probably like 10 or 11 o'clock at night, and we had just finished up playing some Call of Duty. This is back in like Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 1 days, so this is that time period. And yeah, so we just gotten done playing some Call of Duty. We weren't really sure what we wanted to do, and then one of my friends came down and he was holding an airsoft rifle, like an assault rifle airsoft gun. And so we decided to go outside into my friend's backyard, and where he lived, it was like next to a big open field. So there were like snakes and some groundhogs and rabbits and stuff that would run around all the time. We decided to see what we could shoot, and it was that time of night where like it was hard to see. It was like 10 or 11 at night, so it was like completely pitch black outside. We couldn't really see much, so we decided just to shoot things that we had lying around the yard. And there were some Coke cans that were out there, and my friend didn't actually have his own house. It was like a condominium type place. It was like a townhouse, if you would say. So he has neighbors literally like 10 feet away from us that were, I would assume, upstairs in their rooms sleeping. So it's like 10, 11 at night, and what we decided to do was take a line of Coke cans. Yeah, you see what I did there? Okay, I'm sorry, I won't do that ever again. We took a line of Coke cans and we lined them up, and we took turns just blasting airsoft rifles at these Coke cans, because if you've never done it before, airsoft rifles, they shred through Coke cans apparently. So we were sitting there just ripping apart these Coke cans left and right, and next thing we knew, the neighbors were like yelling out of their window at us to keep the noise down, and they were like very aggressive and not very polite about it. But then again, I guess we woke them up from shooting Coke cans at 11 o'clock at night. So I mean, it's what to do, and we didn't really take too much of it. We were like, yeah, whatever, it's not really that loud. So we continued to do it. We continued to sit there and just shoot things in the yard. You know, we were shooting the fence, we were shooting some balloons, and you know, whatever else we could find laying around. And then we went back inside after probably like 20-30 minutes. We got a little tired of that, and we just started hanging out and doing whatever. And it was probably about an hour later, not even, and there was a knock at the front door, and it was like probably 12:30 at this time. So we weren't gonna make my friend's parents get up and go answer the door, so we decided to answer it, and it was a police officer, and he said that he had gotten a noise complaint that someone was shooting something in the backyard, and he was like, I want to make sure that, you know, there's no actual guns here, you know, that's something like that. So we had to clarify that we were just a bunch of guys messing around shooting Coke cans and balloons and whatnot with an airsoft gun in my friend's backyard. So it could have been a situation that was much worse if say like there was someone who was walking by. I don't know why you'd be taking a stroll through the middle of a field at like 11 o'clock at night, who heard us shooting off this airsoft gun at these cans and balloons and stuff. They might have thought it was like an actual pistol or something, and it could have been a lot worse than it was. So I guess looking back at it now, we were pretty stupid, and we actually got pretty lucky. Like, we didn't really get in too much trouble. We just got told that we weren't allowed to go outside that late at night and make noise like that and shoot off airsoft rifles whenever we wanted. So we actually got pretty lucky with the situation. We probably could have gotten in a lot more trouble than we actually did. And yeah, that was the lesson learned. That was my first ever time getting the cops called on me, and me being like, I want to say probably 12 or 13-year-old kid that I was kind of scared when you open a door and there's a police officer shining a flashlight at you and like in an angry tone telling you guys to knock it off, and like you can't be making a ton of noise and stuff. So yeah, that was my first ever time getting the cops called on me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys want to hear more life stories like this on the channel, be sure to let me know with a like rating and or a comment. And on that note, I've been Zach or Mortal Resistance. I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. Have an awesome rest of your day. Stay happy, stay positive, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.